American farmers and ranchers are becoming a real problem for Donald Trump. Now we have learned that there is an $11 billion bailout. I guess there was some conflict even at Trump's cabinet meeting. Is it 11 billion? Is it 12 billion? It was earlier reported as 7 billion. What's a few billion between friends, right? There is now another bailout of farmers. I say another because there was one during Donald Trump's first term. And of course, it is a bailout necessitated by Donald Trump's economic policy of blanket tariffs. Even after the announcement of the bailout, a lot of different networks interviewed farmers and representatives of farmers, and the farmers seem to understand exactly what is going on. Trump caused this problem. And by the way, while we will take the money, I mean, we're getting crushed. We will take money if someone's going to give us money. But giving us a bailout doesn't solve the structural issue that the tariffs create. First example is from News Nation.
Time of the year where all our bills are due. And farmers really need the money right now. And that's a very unfortunate thing. And this is Donald Trump's problem. He's the one that caused this. Right now, American factory workers are laid off. And many of our salesmen who sell farm equipment, sell seed, chemicals, they're not making any money right now. And that's being reflected in the economy.
So listen, I know that if you look at the comments to this interview, there's a lot of people in the comments saying, who did this guy vote for? And we know that most farmers and ranchers voted for Trump, not all, but most. Okay, the question is, does John recognize the mistake? And does John recognize that at the end of the day, Trump is doing what he promised to do? It's not like putting blanket tariffs on everything was something nobody could have predicted that Trump never mentioned during his campaign. And then all of a sudden he gets elected and he goes, how about tariffs on everything? Trump said, this is what I'm going to do. And so there is a sense of, wait a second, guys, farmers, he said he was going to do this. You knew that if he did it, it would be bad. And you voted for him anyway. What the hell is going on with that? And that is all true. And also, food, farmers, and ranchers are so central to day-to-day American life that if we can say, hey, okay, whoever you voted for, you now recognize the problem. Let's amplify that. We should still do it. Soybean farmer Caleb Ragland, who's also president of the American Soybean Association, we've heard from him before. He makes it clear the money is useful as a Band-Aid. If your arm is cut, you need a Band-Aid on it. But you also need to think about, can I avoid getting cut in the first place? Take a listen to what he had to say.
Last time we've had you on, and we have had the chance to talk to you pretty regularly throughout this very difficult year, you told us that the government bailouts never make farms profitable. So while you're grateful for this, in terms of the long term, does this fix things?
Well, this is a Band-Aid on an open wound. And again, we're thankful that there's something that this will help keep some farms in business. But what we truly need are market-based solutions. Those are sustainable long-term. Here domestically, we have opportunities for the administration to finalize the renewable volume obligations for biofuels here before the end of the year, the 45Z tax credit. We have numerous opportunities to expand markets worldwide, and we truly need demand. Because without demand, we're not able to receive a price that is economically sustainable for our crop.
You know, one of the things that's really interesting that I've been thinking about, Caleb Ragland there says, we need demand. We need demand is an accurate rebuttal to so many of these right-wing economic ideas. Tax cuts for the rich are how you help the economy. No, the economy needs demand. Tax cuts for the rich are how businesses decide to expand. No, businesses decide to expand when there is demand for the product or service. Well, we're going to help the farmers with a bailout just by giving them cash. No, we need demand. It's the dynamics of the market that are going to determine what we need to do, what we can do, how our businesses are going to succeed or not succeed. And Caleb Ragland is making that extraordinarily clear here.
And that's what American soybean farmers want is opportunities to make a living, to make a profit from the market, not being dependent on the next program to keep us from bleeding to death. But the situation's serious. I've been farming 21 years now full time, and this is by far the most serious economic situation that I've experienced and my family's experienced. And I think that's the same for many farmers across this country. We're looking at a 1980s type farm crisis if this trend continues, and we're hoping to turn the tide. We need opportunity. The American farmer is the best in the world. We simply need a level playing field, both for our cost of production and making sure that we don't have obstacles that are causing our exports to be hindered.
So listen, we are again finding ourselves in this scenario where Donald Trump has set a massive fire, and then he wants to put out a little bit of it and wants everybody to praise him. And in fact, he found a farmer willing to come to the White House and suck up to him earlier this week saying, oh, my kids want to meet you more than Santa Claus or whatever. We really need economic policy that doesn't cause these problems in the first place. It was predictable because Trump did the same thing during his first term. One more farmer who says, not only Caleb Ragland said, the bailout is appreciated, but it doesn't solve the problem. We've got to solve the problem. This farmer says even the bailout is coming too late for some who are already in foreclosure.
I think it's going to help some farmers. For a lot of farmers, it's going to become too late. We have many farmers who are already in a foreclosure proceedings process in this country. And what we do need, and if I was invited to the president's meeting, but I wasn't, I certainly would have asked the president to issue a complete farm moratorium in this country. American farmers should not be losing their farms at something that was caused primarily by the administration in the form of tariffs.
You know that phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The phrase that would apply here would be, don't break things that you will later have to fix by your own doing. And that's really what should apply here. The farmers are being very clear. The problem is the tariff policy. The bailout is a Band-Aid. It will not actually solve the problem. During the holiday season, and especially when traveling, routines can really fall apart quickly between family gatherings and late nights and being on the move. And it all adds up. And that's why I like to start my mornings with something simple. No matter what the day throws at me, I can start with AG1, which is the daily drink that combines a multivitamin, pre and probiotics, superfoods, and antioxidants in a single scoop. It's just a simple thing, whether you've got nutrient gaps or to promote overall wellness. And AG1's next-gen formula includes even more vitamins and minerals than before. This is just an easy habit to stay consistent with, even through the chaos of the holiday season. AG1 is offering their best offer ever right now. If you go to drinkag1.com/Pakman, you'll get a free welcome kit, a morning person hat, vitamin D3 and K2, the AG1 flavor sampler, and you'll get to try the new sleep supplement, AGZ, for free. That is drinkag1.com/Pakman for $126 in free gifts. The link is in the description.